Alright, I wasn't really going to do a video today because I don't have a ton of things done. I did do a few things. Slicks came in today. I started working with the wire wheel and the brake system, and I'll show you what I'm doing with that. We'll take the camera off so this way I can show you a little bit better. I made my front template to start creating my cover, so this way we neaten up the front. Temporarily got the radiator in where I believe it's going to work. It's going to be a little offset. I would have preferred to have it centered, but I can't because the steering gear will be in the way. And what else did we do here? Like I said, the slick is on back there, just kind of sitting there looking like something. And I started making my spacers for the wire wheels, for the rotors, because I had to re-drill them, and that's becoming quite a project. And lots of measuring and not really expensive material, but I don't want to waste material, so I'm being very cautious in how I'm measuring and how I'm going to do the process. And I'll run through one idea that I have just to kind of show you, you know, how I'm going to try to go about it. I could do it on the lathe also, but then I'll be bouncing between the lathe and the drill press, so I might be able to do everything on the drill press. And you know, weather's starting to change, so I'll be able to get a lot of stuff out of my way in here, and I'll be able to, you know, kind of really motor on this thing, because I'm almost at the point, once the brakes are together, rims will be here tomorrow for the back. I'll get those mounted up just to see how they look. And, you know, at that point, I guess I should do the steering before I actually start tearing everything down. I'll get the steering in place. Once that's done, everything else really is going to be a no-brainer at that point. The exhaust is going to be, again, a little bit tedious, but that's going to be mostly outside fabrication and then just mounting it. And I guess that's it. That's it right now. You know, we're getting there extremely slow, but we're getting there. I haven't had time to work in here. Work has been super busy. All the landscapers coming in to get their trucks and their equipment ready, and just my regular work that I already have. And it's been crazy the last 2-3 weeks, and it's going to be crazy this week also, but you know, it is what it is. Better to be busy than not. Let's get this camera off so I can just kind of show you a few things that's what's going on. And like I say, every time I do a video, I am not a cameraman. So here's one of the wire wheels. Looks good on there. And there's a rotor. It's got to come in at least another 1/4 inch, which the new spacers are going to do that. If you look at it carefully, you'll see how it's got a little radial run out in it. It's going to be hard to see, I think, on camera, but we'll try. It gets a little bit tight, so you would get brake pulsation. And the reason is, let's go over to the wheel. I have these studs in here because I was measuring for the spacer. So basically what's happening is, see these little studs here and the spokes? It's missing the spokes, but it's catching the top of the studs when you use the spacer that was provided with the brake system. And that's what's giving us the radial run out. So once I do these spacers, I'm going to have to turn them down a little bit and leave about, I believe the face here is about 3/8 of an inch. So, you know, I'll get one to fit. Once one fits, the other one is just a repeat. So basically, hole saws, and this is going to be a spacer blank. So the hole saw is to create a template. It's a 4 1/8 inch hole saw, which will give me a 4-inch blank, and once I drill it out, I'll have a center hole from the pilot bit. And I'll take that template that I make out of I don't know if it's, I believe it's 3/16 steel that I have there. And I'll put it on top of here, center punch it, and I know where my center is. I'll divot it, and then I'm going to have to come in with these calipers, or scribes, or actually scribes. I'll come in with these scribes to create some of my measurements here. So basically we're going to have a 2 5/8 hole in the center, at least that's what it's measuring out to. Where our bolt pattern is going to be 4 on 3 5/16, which is kind of an odd pattern, and that does not work for this rotor that I have on my index right now. These are a little bit wider, so I'm going to have to re-drill it, you know, here, 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 here and here. And I'll use this indexer to do that, mounted on, I guess I'm going to have to mount it on my Bridgeport. And then I'll just have to basically drill one, then I'll turn it 90 degrees, not 90, yeah, 90 degrees, drill another, and I'll just continue that process till I get 4 holes. So, you know, it's going to be tedious, but this indexer does a great job. It keeps you basically in line and everything else. And, you know, but setup is important. You got to set up properly, otherwise that blank will become garbage. And again, not super expensive. I got 2 of these, I think, for 20 bucks. I already cut to my depth to 3/4, so it wasn't worth buying the whole tube just to cut it. So I just ordered them like this, and believe it or not, I found them on Amazon. Good place to find stupid stuff. And that was it. I put the Prussian blue on there. So the center, once I get my center hole, we'll use this 2 5/8 to give us our center. Then we'll mark and drill our pattern on the indexer, and then we'll put it in the lathe, and we'll have to turn it down a bit. We're going to have to take some material out of here, because we want to end up with, like my little plan says here, 3/8 of an inch is what you want total in that lip. So we're probably going to take probably a good 1/16 of an inch out of that. And then it'll sit, once we put it on here, it'll sit right, it's hard to see, but it kind of drops off. It'll sit right where it drops off, and it'll miss the spoke and the back of the front spokes. This is the back of the wheel. So again, just tedious stuff. Takes time to do because I get interrupted a lot in the middle of it. My phone seems to never get a break. You know, work a little, 10 phone calls, work a little, 30 phone calls. It just never stops, which is really not a bad thing. So that's where we are with this. Let's see, is there anything else that came in that I could show you guys? Because I really haven't been out here. Just a couple of stupid things. I just invested in a couple of machinist rulers, a couple of different sizes. And I believe that was it, really. I just went to Home Depot and picked up these 2 saws because I don't have those 2 sizes. I may have to shop, but again, I don't mix my shop stuff up with you know, the stuff I do here at home, because then you're running back and forth forgetting things and you're screwing up your day at work. And that's about it. You know, good old Henry there, just enjoying life, or lack of life, I should say. And that's about it. Let's see if we can get a little look in here. It's hard to see, but what I did is I put a piece of angle iron to the frame, so this way I could take the radiator, I could mount it on the frame on that side, and on this side here I had to extend the frame to avoid the steering, because there is a tank down here. There's a cooler down there for the transmission. So that seems to be working out the way I want it to. And then I made this template here just to start cleaning up the front of it. We'll do that probably out of, I think we're going to do it out of diamond plate. I'm not sure. It's going to be removable in case I need to service anything. It'll be a lot easier. And then we'll start working. I have some antique lights that I'm going to put on here. And I don't think I'm going to do that now. I'll do that when I do final build, because I know the brackets go right on there. I'm probably going to weld the brackets on. I don't know at this point. Or I may somehow, because it's going to be very light stuff, I may somehow just go ahead and mount the brackets to the plate, and then on the side maybe put one captured hole in there, threaded captured hole, and just screw the bracket into the side, so this way it's going to vibrate a little bit because of the motor, so we do got to have things tight. We can't just be playing games. But you know, the wire wheels look good. I had these built. These are Hallcraft wheels, and you know, I couldn't find anything to tell me what the exact spacing was. So basically, I got my calipers. I put these studs in here, nice, not real tight, but you know, I snugged them down. I got my measurement, and then I subtracted the 5/16 from that, and I ended up with my basically my pattern is going to be 4 on 3 and 5/16. So that should work out well. But we're going to make a we're going to make the template like I said, and I'm going to go ahead and actually make that template complete, and that'll be our test piece. That'll be a complete template, and then we'll go into the aluminum. Again, the aluminum wasn't expensive. I should have ordered 2 additional blanks just in case of a mistake, because with everything that goes on, phones ringing and everything else, I'm sure I'm going to make a mistake. Maybe this week I'll order 2 more, so I just have them, and there's always some kind of use for them. And it's going to be bouncing basically between creating the template on the drill press and then transferring everything to the aluminum blank. And once it's all done, then I'll lock it into the lathe and I'll turn it down. Hopefully my small lathe will do it. I'm not sure if it will. If not, you know, just another excuse that I'm gonna go ahead and purchase a lathe. I've been looking at the Jet and the Grizzly, and again, I don't want to spend a lot of money here at my home shop. And I actually have a lathe, I just can't get to it, and I probably won't get to it for a while. It's in my back room at my shop. It's kind of a storage, but just to get to it is a nightmare. So, you know, again, I don't want anything dirty here anyway, so I'll probably just go ahead and I'll probably invest in the Grizzly because the price is right. They are in stock, so within a week to 10 days I'll have it here. And it's not a bad product. Grizzly products are decent products. I like the Jet products too. As you see, that's a Jet product there, the sheet metal 3-in-1. And I haven't used that yet. Well, actually I did use it when I was making a tranny tunnel. But then I switched and I found the fiberglass one. So that tranny tunnel basically went into storage because it is usable. And I put the fiberglass one in the actual car. It just worked out better. Mine fit, but this one here was just a little bit smaller, a little less bulkier because it was fiberglass. And it worked out a little bit better, especially underneath the seat here, where it got really small, just enough to cover the hole. And that worked out well. So next step is get the wheels on the back here. Good old Hoosiers. The good old Hoosier slicks. And again, they'll never be in wet weather, so the slicks, they'll adhere properly to the asphalt. And actually, they'll adhere better than a regular tire, because that's what they're made for, adhesion. Especially on a nice hot day, those things will become nice and sticky, and no problem with contact. So you won't lose any, you won't hydroplane on a dry day. And that's about it. So she's coming along slower than I wanted to, but again, a lot of setbacks, not necessarily in the project, just in work, my life, and you know, so on and so forth. I lost 8 days to sickness, and that really screwed me because I had to put a lot of effort into work to get back on track, which we're on track now, but slowly and surely that doesn't work out all the time either because we're extremely busy, too busy, and not enough help. So that's about it, guys. Alright, let's put this thing back on the stand and finish up. Well, I was going to concentrate on cleanup today, but unfortunately it seems like every weekend it's warm. It's starting to get nice out, but yesterday and today we had rain, so there wasn't much for me to get anything cleaned up, moved outside, because you know, I'm not going to ruin my stuff to just clean up, so I'll just be patient and keep moving forward at a slower pace than I want, but at least we're moving forward and not backwards. So far, anything that we've done, we really hadn't had to change anything, and you know, so that's a plus. The only thing I changed was a tranny tunnel idea. The one I made, I didn't use. I found the fiberglass one that just was basically a little smaller, a little more compact, so that's the one I went with. And also it's fiberglass, a little bit lighter. Not that it really matters in this thing, because there's really no weight at all except for the motor and tranny in this in the rear. And front part of the frame's got a little bit of weight to it. When I extended it, I put solid blocks in to do my alignment. I didn't want to use just another piece of tubing in there. I used solid block. So this way, there's going to be a lot of flex in the front, and I wanted it to be just a touch rigid, so that should work out. Alright, so again, something to show, not a lot to show, but I'm going to keep moving along. I'll get these, I'll try to get these spacers done by next weekend, and I'll show you the results. And again, I'm trying to move towards trying to find someone that could just basically run the camera a little bit while I work, so this way you can kind of see what I do. This way, you know, add a little excitement to the video. I think you get to see my yelling and swearing and throwing things when things don't go right. That'll be a lot of fun too. Actually, I don't really get like that. I just deal with it. But I guess that's about it. So if you could, please like, subscribe, ask questions, thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever. But you know, I appreciate you watching, and I guess we'll see you next week. Thank you.